Game 2 last night in Boston. It was the Celtics who took a 2-0 lead in the series as it heads to Dallas. Is this series over, or are we in for a long one?
No, I think it's over. Listen, I picked the Celtics to win it. They've been the best team all year, so it's not like going out on a limb suggesting that the best team all year is now going to close out a series that they've got a 2-0 lead in. You know, Game 3 is obviously the season for the Mavericks because you're not coming back from down 3-0. I don't care how big a fan you are. And to be fair to the Dallas Mavericks, you know, it's cliche to say, but it's factual. You know, the series doesn't start till you lose a home game.
Right.
So, you know, the Celtics did what they were supposed to do. They took care of business on their home court. Dallas now has to do the same thing. The problem with that is you've got a Celtic team this year that hasn't lost a road playoff game in this particular postseason. And the Dallas Mavericks and their fans, I think, have learned a very valuable lesson. The Celtics are deep. They've got multiple guys beyond just Tatum and Brown who can beat you. And I'd make the argument that, albeit 2 games into the series, that the MVP of the NBA Finals is not Brown, it's not Tatum. You could argue to a point it's Porzingis, the way he's played coming off the bench. But for me, it's Drew Holiday.
Yep.
Drew Holiday last night, another 26 points. He picked up the scoring slack because the other guys weren't, making their shots. And that's the problem. The Dallas Mavericks, in my opinion, don't have the depth that the Boston Celtics have.
Well, you know, Drew Holiday, for all season long, he plays steady. He doesn't get out his character. He make plays on offense and defense.
Yep.
He compliments those guys all around him, and he makes them play better. And they have a steadiness with him. You don't see them being fast. You don't see them being slow. They just steady. They kind of move to his beat because, like, if he fouls somebody, he don't complain. He just take the foul. And because, everybody foul everybody.
Right.
But
he's not a whiner.
He's not a whiner.
Come on,
Yeah. I saw him last night. He didn't foul Porzingis. He slapped the ball out of Porzingis' hands. They called a foul. He went like this.
Took it. Let me ask you a question, Tim, because I bring up Drew Holiday. Listen, I don't care what sport it is. It's about the stars typically, right? What's Luka doing? What's Kyrie doing on the Dallas side? What are Tatum and Brown doing essentially on the Boston side? Tatum gets a bad rap a lot, and I don't think it's well-deserved because on nights that he doesn't score well, he does everything else well. Double-digit assists, big rebounds in big spots, defensive plays when you need it. But I'm watching the game last night, and he's scoreless in the first quarter.
Yes.
Only has 5 points at halftime. But I'm watching it. He didn't have a bad game.
No, he did not have a bad game. Well, he had a bad shooting game.
Yeah.
But all-around game, no, he did not. He played really good defense. He rebounded the ball well. He got the 50-50 balls. He just had a tough shooting night last night.
But did other things.
And when you have a tough shooting night, you cannot let that deter your other things that you need to do for your team. Just like Drew Holiday. When he doesn't shoot the ball, he still goes out there and plays the other intangibles: defense, rebound, steals, 50-50 balls, and really controls the tempo of the game for them.
Now let's get down to the play of the night. Game's somewhat in the balance. It's a 2-possession game. And you have one of the great defensive plays in this particular series as Derek White comes back all the way back down the court. You're going to see an opportunity for the Celtics. Should be an easy deuce there. 2 guys come back, Brown and White, and they make the block. The controversy here is that Brown does put his hand right there, his left hand, on his back. He didn't push him, but he does make contact. The contact can't be debated. But look at this block right here at the rim. And then the Celtics go right back down the court. They get an easy 2, and then the game's a wrap there. Your thoughts on that play, and should a foul have been called?
Well, you know what? A foul should have been called on that play, but I tell you this. That play always happens. Somebody always have your hand on their back to be balanced or whatever. It always go that way. But, it's up to the referee to call that foul.
Should he have called it?
It was a play in the first half that they called on Tatum that Jones Jr. got a 3-point play on.
Right.
And they said that Tatum grabbed him and hooked him a little bit, which he did. but the guy called the foul on that play. He didn't call the foul on that play. So it goes tick for tack. Sometimes you get that push call. And it's a bunch of times on a rebound, a big man grabs somebody's shoulder and pushes off him to go up to dunk it or lay it up. So, I mean, it plays.
So you're not upset that no call?
No,
what
I'm
about
not
you,
upset.
Plax? Were you yelling at the TV? That's a foul!
No. When I'm looking at that play, I go back to the first quarter when P.J. Washington Jr. had the same play against Derek White where they challenged it and they ended up losing the challenge. They were saying that the hand was a part of the ball, and they ended up calling a foul. This is the same play on the other end where Derek White basically gets his part of his hand on this dunk, and they didn't call the foul.
Well, no, that's different. That's different. When they called that foul on on Dallas, so he went up. He actually grabbed his wrist. Okay. He didn't grab his hand because the hand is part of the ball.
Right.
But if you grab the wrist, it's not part of the ball. So that's what they saw in the first half. They saw him grab his wrist and then come down. He didn't really hit the ball. But if you hit if I hit the top of the ball, if I hit your hand like this and block the ball,
that's clean.
That's clean.
So the wrist is not part of the hand?
No, it's not. It's connected to it, and
part of the ball.
hand bone's connected to the wrist bone.
No, that's just basketball.
I would
it's
say
not
this,
biology, it's basketball.
I know Dallas Mavericks fans are upset about the non-call. It's not why you lost the game.
No.
And he really did not push him. He does make contact.
Does make
but
contact.
There's no effort to push him
He didn't
at
push
all.
him way up under the rim and hurt him and nothing like that.
And it's a great block, and they both
block.
get the block at the rim, by the way. Right. And the bottom line now is the Dallas Mavericks go home kind of licking their wounds a little bit. Kyrie Irving especially. He has now lost 12 consecutive games to the Boston Celtics. And to be fair, and I'm a Kyrie guy, he has not played well.
No, he's not played well at home or away against
He's had some bad moments.
And I think right now, it's in his head right now. I really do think it's in his head. I think sometimes he's out there thinking too much and just going out there playing the game and just going to his first move instead of going to his second or third move. And I think they really doing a good job by staying down and making him work really hard for his shots.
Well, Kyrie didn't have the stats he wanted, and while everyone's talking about the great triple-double by Luka Doncic, an argument could be made that it's Luka who cost them the game. Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.